Ray. My name is Paul Nell and I'm from Durr Estates in Blouberg, and I'm bringing you this video today because I'm a little bit concerned about what's going on in the Blouberg area with the market at the moment. And what I want to do today is like price counseling, just give you some tips on price counseling. Most of the agents out there would probably not do this. The best agents out there will definitely do this. So I'm giving you a bit of advice with price counseling. Now, what I've seen is there's a lot of properties on the market currently that is just sitting and sitting and sitting and sitting. And in my one video, the 10 best tips for selling, you can actually just go to my channel and go have a look at that video if you want. The price is the most important part, people. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm going to be straight with you tonight. A lot of properties, if it's just sitting and sitting, is overpriced. There's nothing else wrong with the house except for the price. If the price is right, it will sell in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Any longer than that, then you must start getting wary of, something's wrong, something's not lacquer. And that is mostly price. Now, I don't know about different areas, I don't know about other areas, I'm just speaking about the Blouberg area, which is where I specialize in. And a lot of the properties I see on the property portals, it's just sitting. And they give it to 2 agents, they give it to 3 agents, they give it to 4 agents. Eventually, 15 agents are working on the property. You think that, hey, I've got lots of exposure now, the property's sure to sell, but it still doesn't sell. It's because the price is wrong. Now, yes, I know that you paid a lot of money for your house 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and you want to capitalize on that investment. You want as much money back from your investment as possible, obviously. I mean, everybody does. But we're not playing the lotto here. You're not playing the lotto here, folks. You can't just make up a random number. Speak to your agent. If you're dealing with a good agent, they will right off the bat tell you what your property is worth in the current market. That's called an evaluation. All agents do that. But every time we do an evaluation, the sellers gives us this face like, how could you betray me? We're not betraying you. It is what the market, it's what the market's doing. That is what your house is worth. Okay, if you do not like the price, don't sell. If you're renting out your house, okay, and your house is worth, let's say, 1.5 million, and you're renting it out for 12,000 a month, and you're happy with the rental, but you're not happy with 1.5 million, you want 2 million for your house. Just don't sell, because it's not going to sell for that much money. As I've said in the previous video, your house is just going to sit on the market with 15, 16 agents, and you are damaging your reputation of your house so badly, it's not even funny. People are going to drive past your house, and they're going to see, hey, there's the house that's been on the market for 6 months now. And even if you take your house off the market and get a new agent to relist it, after 6 months, give the market a bit of a rest. A lot of people do that. Oh, let's give it 6 months, and we'll put it back on the market again, new photos, new agent, It's not going to make a difference, people. If the price is wrong, and the price and the market value is not more or less aligned, your house is not going to sell. It's not going to sell. Okay? You can't just make up a number, folks. There is a reason that we have tools like the comparative market analysis. We analyze what the market, we actually have tools, it's so easy nowadays, we have tools, it's click, 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 and we know exactly what your house is worth. But, just because that's on a database, just because it's on a system, doesn't mean it's wrong. I mean, if your neighbor's house sold for 720,000, you can't expect a month later to get 1.5 million for your house if it's got the same specs, if it's the same size, if it's got the same type of finishes, not modern, but let's say oldish finishes, it's not going to work. So please, if your house is on the market for longer than, let's say, let's say a month and a half. No, not even a month and a half. Let's say a month, 4 weeks. If your house is on the market for longer than 4 weeks, go back to your agent. If your agent doesn't come to you and say, "Oi, listen here, this is the feedback that I'm getting," because you will be getting the feedback from the buyers, don't worry. Speak to your agent and say, "Listen here, what's wrong with the property?" Then the agent will tell you, "There's a big crack in the wall. There's a big crack in the wall and it scares everybody off." Fine, then it's the crack that scares everybody off. But then also, don't expect to get your full price if there's a big crack. But your agent should be honest enough with you to tell you, "Listen here, I told you that this value of this house is 1.3 million and you wanted to put it on the market for 1.6 million, so that's why we're not getting any offers, or that's why we're getting low offers, because I told you so." Yes, we are professionals. We are frowned upon. People don't like us because we phone you guys to get business. But you know what? It's dog-eat-dog business. So I'm sorry if we phone you guys and irritate you, but this is the cold hard truth. We phone you because we want the business. Okay? It's a cutthroat business. But besides from that, we are professionals. We know what the market's doing. We know what you can expect for your house, more or less. And 9 times out of 10, people put their houses up for 1.5 million, and with our evaluation, we say, "Listen here, 1.25, maybe 1.3 million is a good price. That's the market value of your house." And then 6 months go by, 7 months go by, and eventually you get so desperate that you have to sell that you end up signing the highest offer that you could possibly get. And 9 times out of 10, it is almost exactly what the agents tell you or what the market value is. Ask your agent for a CMA printout. There's different programs. There's Lightstone, there's CMA. We use CMA and Lightstone, to get 2 evaluations and then put them together to get an average. But also 9 times out of 10, the prices that they give us is the same. So ask your agent for a printout of that. See what houses sold for. Don't go on to Property 24 or Private Property and see what houses are marketed for. Because just because a house is marketed for 2.4 million doesn't mean it's going to sell for 2.4 million. Doesn't mean that it's worth 2.4 million. So please just go have a look at the CMA evaluation. If your house is not selling, ask your agent to come do some price counseling. Be open to the idea that your price might be, that your house might be overpriced. Of course, you want the best possible price for your house, so you are going to give high figures, and it's going to be way out of the market value. Yes, every now and then there's a seller that comes along that says, "You know what, I want to sell my house for 900,000, where the market actually, calls for 1.1 million. And then they're pleasantly surprised, and a week later their house sells, not because it's underpriced, but because it was priced right. In my other video that I did, the 10 best tips for sellers, I also mentioned, if your house is priced right, it'll sell fast. Selling a house fast does not mean that it's underpriced, people. Yes, in some cases, it does. But an agent is not going to underquote your house. If your house is worth $1 million, the agents are not going to say 800,000 just for a quick sale. Because the higher price you get for your house, the higher our commission is. So, listen to your agent. Think about price counseling if your house is not selling. And you know what, if you're in the Blouberg area and you've got a soul mandate with somebody and you just want another opinion, please give me a call, please drop me an email. I'll be glad to help you out. If you just want a second opinion. So get that papers, get the CMA, speak to your agents if your house is not selling, and just please, last thought, listen to your agent when he is talking to you. When you give us all, when you put your house on the market, make sure that you get at least 2 or 3 opinions from different agents, 2 or 3 different evaluations, and from that you'll be able to see more or less what your house is going to go for. So if you have any comments or any questions, please just drop them down here at the comment section. And go check out other 2 videos. If you're a fresh seller, if you just started selling your property, go have a look at my other videos. And I hope this helped you guys. Thanks very much. Till next time. Ciao, ciao.